This changes the conversation around the Montreal Canadiens, in my opinion. Now, I know I'm going to get some pushback on this by Canadiens fans in my comments, but here's the thing. I just finished watching that game, and I didn't mind the Montreal Canadiens at all. Honestly, I thought the Leafs looked slow tonight. Like, one thing about the Montreal Canadiens, we're going to be talking about in this video, and we're going to be talking about some more rumors as well. But I just thought the Montreal Canadiens looked fast. I thought they looked fast through the first two periods. I didn't necessarily think they had a great third period, but we're going to get to that. We're going to talk about this, and we're talking about some more rumors, guys. But welcome back to Pixel Plus Hockey. If you can make sure to hit that subscribe button, it would be so greatly appreciated. And thank you so much to those that are already supporting me as well. It is, of course, very, very humbling. As I just said, the entire game to me, in terms of foot speed, was kind of ran by the Montreal Canadiens. I thought they were quick. I thought they were on pucks faster. I'm not really sure. It's interesting. People were talking about the Montreal Canadiens penalty kill being really good. I'm not really sure if their penalty kill was good or the Leafs power play was just that atrocious, because the Leafs power play, my God, did that look bad. But yes, obviously you got Oliver Kapanen, who, by the way, he plays center. He has the ability to play center. He's a right-hand shooting guy, and he just snapped it past Anthony Stolarz. You know, it was a little bit from the outside, but that was a very, very well-placed shot, obviously on the penalty kill with Newhook. And I don't know, man, I thought they looked good. You never know, man. Maybe Oliver Kapanen turns into something more than we thought he did. Remember, a second-round pick. Let's not forget that. It is interesting, though, when you talk about the Leafs, Craig Berube Maple Leafs are kind of known for this, just really hanging around. Even Coach St. Louis said, I believe, in the second intermission, he was asked about the Montreal Canadiens, and he was talking about, again, how much he's liked their game. And he's bang on here. The Montreal Canadiens played pretty well. Now, that doesn't really mean anything. They didn't actually win the game. You got to win the game. But I thought that they played really good. It's one game. I still obviously have them pegged as a wild card team. And also, Ivan Demidov also impressed me. Now, I'm going to tell you why Ivan Demidov impressed me. Usually with young players, they try to be fancy boys. They try to almost be too fancy. I thought Ivan Demidov held onto the puck and drove the net a couple of times tonight. Really, really impressive stuff. Like, he was able to hold on the puck, like, deke out the Maple Leafs defenseman and get right to the front of the net. Like, that is really, really impressive stuff. Just taking the puck to the net is a fantastic way to create an excellent, excellent scoring chance in general. I would probably say the Maple Leafs had a bit of a better third period, but for the most part, my analysis of that game is I thought Montreal probably deserved to win that in terms of the flow of play, but that's just not how it always turns out. Like, the Maple Leafs do just have a really, really good goalie in Anthony Stolarz. He's led the league in save percentage for like 2 years, and he had a pretty decent game. Other than that Oliver Kapanen shot, I thought he could have stopped that, but again, as I said about Oliver Kapanen, that was a very, very, very nice shot by that young man. Okay, to shift gears away from that, I just want to have a quick analysis on that game, and we will be following up with the next game as well. I can't wait to follow the Canadiens this year, but we have more Lane Hutson stuff to talk about here, and here's the thing. I've always said this before with insiders. People say, oh, this insider doesn't know anything. I don't think that's true. Insiders have information from the sources that they get, which might be half of the story. So what do I mean by that? There's always 2 or 3 different sources. There might be a source from the team, then the player agent, or perhaps somebody that's close to the player, like a friend. Like, that's where insiders get their sources from, right? And Darren Dreger, and he's always been like this, he tends to lean to the player point of view. Do you understand what I mean? He tends to have that point of view. Now, it doesn't mean he doesn't have insider information. This is where people completely misunderstand Dreger. He definitely has insider information. He just tends to get it from, like, one side of the story, which is why he looks so incredibly biased, right? So here we have an interesting quote for NHL Rumor Report, Darren Dreger, regarding Lane Hutson negotiations. I wouldn't expect that this one is going to get done anytime soon. It is a bit of a mess there on overdrive, close quote. So that's a pretty wild thing to say. Now, I always find it really, really funny when these insiders will say things and then, like, the player will sign, like, a week later or something like that, right? Now, it is interesting, though, that we did learn that the Montreal Canadiens had an offer on the table, like, with deferred money in it, that apparently did not interest Lane Hutson. We do know that the contract is going to end up be probably it's going to be between 9 and 10 million, right? So let's say Noah Dobson is what, like 9.5? It's going to be around there. We already know that's what it's going to be. And the good thing about it is when it comes to Lane Hutson, it seems that he is okay with signing a max deal with the Montreal Canadiens. That's excellent. So you're going to get him on many, many years. My viewpoint with young players like this, it's always very good to get them as many years as you can, especially if they are young stars. You always want to get your young stars locked up, and the cap is just skyrocketing over the next couple of years, and this is going to help Montreal compete for a Stanley Cup as well. I asked this in my video before. I want to ask this again. What do you guys think? Keep on dropping in the comments. What exactly do you think? How much do you think Lane Hutson is going to get? I'm going to put it at the safe number of 9.5. That's just the most safe, like right in the middle number. I think that Montreal Canadiens fans, even though Drager's saying stuff like this, should feel pretty confident. I think they should feel very, very confident because I don't know, man. It just seems like this is going to get done. A lot of this stuff seems like silly negotiations through the media. Like it probably did get a little bit messy, right? Because when things get messy in a negotiation, what the player side will go to they'll use the media, and then the team will use the media. Like I said before, I really don't like when stuff like this happens because Drager's not wrong here that it can get very messy, and it can almost completely shut down negotiations completely when honestly, Lane Hutson and the Montreal Canadiens probably aren't even nearly as far away as you think. And Montreal right now, they are known as being a very tough negotiating contract. Like they actually are willing to really be tough. I mean, honestly, even Noah Dobson getting 9.5, that was a really, really good deal. Although to be fair, Noah Dobson just wanted to become a Montreal Canadien, right? And just to finish it off, we have another quote from Drager regarding Lane Hutson. This has been an emotionally charged situation. I think right now everybody is trying to lower the temperature. The team would like to extend him the full term. The player would push towards a 6-year term. So like, as I said, he's willing to go a relative max term with the team, right? Like he's willing to go, because the max term would be like 7 years, right, under the new CBA. So he's willing to go like around that, which is really, really good news. I like how the Montreal Canadiens are doing this, though. They are pushing for a max term, and I like the way the Montreal Canadiens do business in this circumstance. Anyways, guys, I am going to leave this video here. If you can make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that, guys, and make sure to have a great day. Goodbye, guys.